Hi, welcome back to Epic Survival, and today we're going to talk about something a little bit different. Instead of actual survival or swords, we're going to talk about slingshots. Now, this is just a daisy wrist rocket, but I put some heavy-duty truemark bands on it. I think it makes them shoot better. About a 42-pound draw. And we're especially going to talk about shooting arrows. Especially because you people out there just love sling bows. Now everybody's seen the whole taping a key ring here. Zip ties or rubber. They work, but first I'm going to show you how to do it without having to do that. You're going to see a little bump here. You're just going to put the arrow against that bump. That's enough to hold the arrow on. And they shoot decently well. You just clinch it in the pouch. Ah, my background fell. I'm still going to shoot this anyway. Just pull it back, push it against that band, and shoots nice and effectively. Now I'm going to do a couple little modifications and show you guys how to make these things much better and user-friendly for both rocks, ball bearings, and arrows. Now the two things we're going to use is a cap off a pipe and a plastic fork. And you're going to need a little bit of paracord or any other string. These are all you need. And this is one way, this is another way. I'm showing you two different ways to do it. So we're going over to the workbench. Stop. Now as you can see, my bench is a little bit of a mess. But first I'm going to show you how to do it with this. Go ahead and break it off about here so it's going to fit on the fork. Now take a pocket knife, or you can even do this with your hands, but I'm just going to use my pocket knife to do this. Come about most of the way down, score it, break it. Now come down here to the middle, just score these two. That makes sense? You'll just break these two off. Now, show what we want to do with the slingshot here. Okay, so now I just cut this string with my knife here on each side, and you'll see each slingshot band has a little gap. These have hard plastic, but my daisy bands, which are right here, that were on here, even they had a gap about there, where you just got to take the paracord and slide it in through there. So now we're going to do it on the real truemark bands that are much better. Slide them in. They're a little bit tighter because you see this pouch isn't worn out as much. It's pretty new. Do that and then run it back through on the other side as well. Ta-da! Pretty simple. And then just come to the back now. Sorry, it's a little jumbly. And just tie yourself a nice little knot. Okay, this knot's a little bit harder than it sounds like it would be whenever you're looking through a camera. There we go. So now you have this little shaped thing that your arrow is going to knock into. You want to slide your finger in, and you can pull it back, and then your arrow will just knock in there. So really ridiculously simple. So now I've just done this with that fork, put it on a piece of duct tape. I'm going to put it on the side of the fork that is usually facing away from me. Get that about even. And then we're just going to tape it up. I'll have to use both hands for that. So now we have this thing on here. It kind of pivots a little bit like a fall away, but that's just a byproduct. You're just going to insert the shaft over here, put it through the pouch, and pull it back. I'm going to shoot it over here into this box so you can see it. Now I did a modification here. I put a knot on the ends of them because they were kind of just kept falling off, but it's the same thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and take a shot. Okay, here it goes. Now, it's about, not very far at all. Much more accurate, goes much faster. Everything's still in shape. I really like this. So now we're going to go ahead and go for a more rangy shot. Now this is about, I don't know, 10-15 yards. Just right out there. And no, I wasn't aiming for the tree. Just to show you how far it goes. Nice and quick. You just put your finger in this pouch, zip it back. You can see it sights very nicely. You just sight through those forks. I like it. Now I showed you guys how to do this. I was going to show you how to do it with another piece, but I don't even know why. This thing is really nice. Just put your arrow in there, pull it back. Now you're good. And you don't even have to use the arm brace. I just use it because I have it. See? It's not impossible to pull back without. So yeah, that's all from Epic Survival, and comment, like, subscribe. I don't know, maybe I'll do more of these. Just hit me up and we'll get things going.